I've had a tip for a secret path that leads to a location that I would really like to get to do some photography. So today I'm going to give it a go. I hope you'll enjoy the video. If you do, and you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe before you go. This is Formentera del Segura, and over there behind me on the other side of the river is the mill and water wheel. Now I've photographed that numerous times, either from this side using a longer focal length to try and get a decent view, or from high up on the other side using the platform which is at the top of the water wheel to kind of shoot down on it. But what I've always really wanted to do is try to get down to the bottom of the water wheel, or near to the bottom of the water wheel, but I've never been able to work out how until I had a tip for a little secret path that people use to go fishing down there. So I'm going to try it out today and see what I can do with it. Wish me luck. Okay, so I've made it to this side of the water wheel where I've been before and shot from above. Now it's time to try and find that secret path. It's a bit overgrown and slippery. Blimey. Okay, got to be careful, it's a bit slippery in places. Ooh. Yes. You beauty. Well, that was the secret path. What, you couldn't see it? Well, I did say it was secret, didn't I? I'm actually down now at the bottom of the water wheel, which is over there. The question is it going to open up any possibilities? Okay, this really hasn't worked out quite the way I was hoping. The path does lead down to the bottom of the water wheel, but only to, if you like, the back of it. There's no way to get anywhere around to the front which would give the views of the whole water wheel coming down. I mean, to be honest, even if you had, you know, waders, I'm not sure you could get around there. Which is disappointing. I was really hoping to be able to get a shot really showing off the water wheel in all its splendour from here, but that's not going to happen. So instead, I think we'll just have to look and see what we can do now we're here. What that probably means doing is getting out the camera, putting a lens on, and just having a little wander around and seeing what I can find to shoot. Not what I was planning to do, but hopefully might still be interesting. And I will say, it is quite nice looking. You can look through like a little doorway and obviously what remains of a window and see the inside of the water wheel turning around and all the water, you know, dripping off of the mechanism and everything. It's quite interesting. I'm glad I've come down here, but just not quite what I was hoping for. Okay, I've gone over to the 8-25 lens. Just feel like this is likely to be a wide angle kind of scenario. Let's see what we've got. Got to be really careful if you get close to the water's edge, because there's kind of like algae and stuff growing on here, which appears to be really, really slippery. But I'm thinking of doing a shot kind of low down from this edge with the water wheel building in the background. There's loads of foliage around it, some of it nicer than others. Should be able to get the top of the water wheel in the whole of the building. Whether the water wheel itself will reflect or not, I don't know, but I think the building will. And wide angle, 8mm, vertical. We'll give it a go. Okay, so when the wide shots don't work as well, it's worth looking at detail. There's this little doorway here, and just through the doorway you can see the bottom curve of the water wheel, and there's all water dripping down. There's all textured growth on the wall. There's a big clump of grass growing in one corner. There's some brackets sticking out. Now I think if I balance the exposure really finely, I can keep enough detail in the dark inside to also have the outside not blown out. And hopefully I'll be able to recover some shadow detail on the inside to show the wheel. I'm not sure this is really going to work, but it's always worth a go. So this is going to be shot at a somewhat longer focal length, but I'm not going to bother changing lenses. It's probably only going to be, you know, 15, 18 mil, something like that. I think I'm going to go over to the 12 to 100 and maybe concentrate on some detail shots. Not quite sure what, but we'll see. So I'm going to try shooting through this door again, only this time taking out all of the surroundings, focusing on the main thing I'm interested in is actually the water splashes coming up where the water's dripping down. But also, if I can get the wheel in there, it might work. So we'll see what we can do. I think I'm going to have a little play with some abstract shots of the water splashes. I need to get a cloth to keep the lens clean because there's water flying around. think I'm going to try something here. There's this algae all along the rocks here, which is very vibrant, very dark but very bright. No, that's wrong. Very dark but very strong green. And I'm going to use some patterns of that in the foreground, and then the rock that it's sitting on, or the wall that it's sitting on, and then the water, and then the leaves hanging down to kind of form a background. So it's definitely going to be wide angle, very, very close in. Very low down as well. So I'm actually going to shoot this at about f8 to get depth of field. I would have liked to have used some of that algae as a foreground to lead into the water wheel building, but I can't get a clear view of the water wheel building and the algae because of all of the overhanging leaves. No matter how tricky I try to get, I don't think I can. Anyway, that's probably the best I can do. About there. Might work with a bit of framing. Okay, so that was the secret path down to that location that I've really wanted to try to get to for a long time, but I've never been able to find out how. Now I've got there, honestly, it was a bit of a disappointment. I couldn't get the kind of shots I was hoping for down there. Nevertheless, hopefully I may have got a couple of images to make it worthwhile, and at least now I know what this place is like when you get down to the bottom. If you could get down to the bottom kind of over this way more, it would be better, because you could get views straight onto the wheel then, but from where you can get to down there, it's just the side view. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to head for home now. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, like, shares and comments are always appreciated. If you've enjoyed this video and you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe before you go. And as always, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch, so thank you very much. And until next week, bye.